Hello, everybody, and welcome to a late night stream brought to you by me, Tabletop Junkie. And I'm kind of doing a solo stream today, uh, doing Cyberpunk Neon Ghosts. I had so much fun with it. I figure I kind of get it going a little bit, plus, get a little something going on my channel. So here we go. We left off with Dirk, also known as AKA Ghost, with the fixer that hired him up, Rico Salazar, and they currently managed to supposedly get their hands on a data chip that has an artificial intelligence on it named Spectre 03. They just left the area, and they are actually heading onto the highway outside the combat zone. Uh, so at this point, storm clouds became in. Thunder and lightning are swarming in, and rain is coming down pretty heavy on the rain slick. However, as they hit the highway, they've noticed that they are being pursued by what looks to be black Arasaka AVs. A high-speed pursuit through the rain-slicked highways, neon billboards flashing by as the aerial vehicles swoop around ahead, unleashing drones and corporate solos. So they are going to have to roll a drive check versus their drive check, which is just going to be whatever it is. Hopefully they don't roll a 10. So right now Rico is definitely the one driving. Dirk is probably going to be on the lookout, see if he notice. Let's see if Dirk does see anything. Dirk does actually have cyberware. He does have a cybernetic eye, only one with low light and infrared vision. So infrared means he could pick up. I'm not mistaken, infrared is heat vision. Yes. So he definitely picks up something closing in, even if he can't see it because it's like pitch black outside. He is going to roll a awareness notice check, which is also intelligence. So we're going to see what he's going to come down and see. So for that, it's going to be, with it being dark and these are black, I'm going to make it difficult. I'm not, maybe a little bit more. I would say a 23 or better. Right now, between his awareness, Dirk has a 6 and his intelligence is a 7. So that is roughly 13. So he'd have to score a 9 or a 10 on this. And he did not. He actually falls short. Even with his infrared vision. With his infrared vision, probably be a little bit easier. So an 8, I would say 13... 20. Yeah, he definitely hit that. Dirk turns around and goes, Rico, I think we're being followed. He's like, definitely get that right. And Rico is going to take this moment and give me a drive check, of which he does not have drive. Oh, he does have driving reflex. 6 and 7, which is also 13. And Rico failed. Okay, so at this point, there's a lot. Alright, so at this point, they actually aim at the vehicle. They are actually going to, they're going to get a little bit of bonus because, unfortunately, Rico failed his roll on a 1, which means something happened to the vehicle. So they're going to get an extra bonus for hitting. The difficulty for hitting would be for this. This will be a sniper, so this will be medium distance. I'm going to probably make it a little bit easier than that. And they got 15. Well, it's not going to be that easy. That's close range. So they actually managed to shoot, and they managed to still miss the vehicle, giving Rico time to recover. And it's going to be a difficult recovery, unfortunately. Let's see here. We're going to say 13 and 4, 17. No. Unfortunately, the vehicle's toast. The engine has blown right through Rico's... the engine on Rico's vehicle has blown up, and they are easily surrounded by some Arasaka solos. Dirk and Rico get out immediately, they're going to probably jump off the highway. But before they do, they're going to try and take out some of the Arasaka solos, which there's not much here, so let's see what they can do. There's going to be 4 of them, but we're going to roll some initiative. Sorry, that was my girlfriend just making sure that we are making sure she's okay, because she's still up at like 1 a.m., which is kind of weird for her. Ooh, she's been doing some artwork. Sorry, had to stop there to see what she sent me. She sent me something that was really cool. All right, so they do have some combat suits, which is going to cover their torso. I'd say torso and head. So yeah, good luck with that. Let's get some initiative. All right, so reflexes. Dirk, Rico. So we've got Dirk's got a 9 in reflex, so 15. 7, so 12. And just 7 for the actual solos. Well, they got boosted reflex boosters, so 8. Nope, still not good enough. So Dirk gets to go first. Dirk is going to fire 2 rounds out of his gun. He right now with his handgun and his reflex, that comes to a 17. They are, I'm gonna say, close range at the very least. I've got 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. One's going to hit, and then I got a 10. Another 10, so 10, 20. 29 plus 17. So, yeah, that one is going to definitely hit as well. So, I get to roll damage for 2, we're going to say 2 people. Because one's going to definitely probably chew right through. Alright, 2d6 plus 1. And I don't have any d6s out because it's late night. So I'm just going to roll on my... 8 damage to... Location 7. And I gotta pull up my location chart. I wish I had one of these just sitting down. I'm gonna have to like make a homemade definitely make a homemade GM screen where there's a section where it just tells me basic hit locations for certain characters. I don't mind the original GM screen that they have for this. I just think, you know, having certain other additional things would be better. Alright, here we go. There we go. 7 is the right leg. And then location 4, which is the torso, but that's covered up by 20. So one actually solo has gone down, while the other solo has maintained being up. One got shot in the chest, one got shot in the leg, and is currently down. There is 3 more solos still currently active. Right now, it is Rico's current turn and position. Rico is going to use his. He doesn't have a rifle. I think he has a handgun. He has a federated arms too. He's going to take his shot with his handgun, which he gets a 15 starting out. So 2 bullets there, and 15 or greater. They definitely both hit. One hits location 10, which is left leg. The other one, location 4. Alright, so another guy got shot in the left leg and went down screaming. And the other guy his body armor his body armor to his torso definitely exploded. No, wait, that's 19. It did not. It absorbed all that damage, actually. So it's still up. There is one guy that's actually doing better than these two. Huh. Jesus. All right, there's still two guys up. One's got a sniper rifle, but he's at, we're going to say, medium range. We have not been firing at him this entire time. So he's going to shoot his sniper rifle. And he misses. The other guy's just going to use his handgun. 15 or better. He's got an 18. He shoots. He is going to shoot, unfortunately, Rico. So, since I don't know what handgun he's using, we're just going to use a regular handgun damage, which I have right here. We're going to use the basic 9mm 2D6 Federated Arms. That's always a good one to use. Alright, and he's going to shoot Rico right in the position 2, which is the torso. Rico has 40 points, and Rico absorbs all of that right to his chest. Alright, Dirk Scott is going to take another turn, and he hits two guys. One is the left leg, and one is the right here. And one is going to be the left arm. Left leg on one and left arm on the other. Shoots the left leg, and the guy falls out of the his position, falls right down to the ground, and the guy who got shot in the arm is also falling, and they are both bleeding out as they miss the oh god, what is it called? Not missed. Left arm, and they are both bleeding out even though they missed the torso and all that stuff. So everyone is still up, but Rico and Dirk has got to give me a reflex roll. They're going to begin running. Because other than that, the AVs, they probably do have turrets. It doesn't say that they do. Let's see here. They can deploy drones. Actually, it's best to just, if they try to escape and run. I don't think there's athletics Dirk does have. So that'll be 11, 19. Rico does not, so it's just going to be straight straight reflex. And it's 11. Let's see, the AVs can definitely do it, so they just have to give a driving better than that. And they did not. So Rico and Dirk managed to make it into another part of the town. Not far from where they are. They are actually still in the combat zone. But they do manage to escape and actually hide out for a minute. While the Arasaka people are circling around. Let's see if they manage to pick up on them. I'm not. Nope. So, alright. So as they begin back in the combat zone, which is actually a very dangerous location, they manage to actually find an old abandoned building and lay low for a minute. Meanwhile, Dirk is going through his weapons. I believe he used up an entire clip, so he's reloading another clip, and Rico's doing the same. Man, this is bad. Like, what is Arasaka doing? I don't know. I didn't even know they were part of it. I just knew someone from Kuroshi might have hired us to basically retrieve this device, and they wanted 30,000 euro dollars for this. Yeah, well, this does seem to be a bit of a conundrum here. Now we got Arasaka out for us. Something else is going on. I agree with you, man. I agree. This is worth more than 30,000 at this point. Do you know where we can go to get it looked at to see if there's any secrets on there that we might be able to exploit and see if we can sell it back to Kuroshi or even just give it to them, Arasaka themselves? Rico sat there and thought for a moment and goes, actually, there is one person we can see, but we definitely need to get there as soon as possible. Alright. Give me 1 second. I'm looking for my next section of... Give me 1 second. I'm looking for something. Where the hell is it? Fixers. Oh, here we go. Give me 1 second, guys. I do apologize for holding. We're just going to put you guys on hold. There we go. Alright, so I'm back. Okay, so... Alright, so... Rico turns around and goes, yes, there is actually one person I can think of, Cipher. But we just need to actually, we got to head to the old Charter Hill Metro Maintenance Tunnel. He actually holds up there. Alright. So, actually, I believe that might be far away, but we'll say within a few hours as they kept ducking in and out of alleys throughout the night, they managed to find and access cracked service manhole near the intersection of the Cypress and Calavera Boulevard. The tunnel winds downward past some graffiti-covered walls and rusted gates. The final chamber is cold, humming server room with outdated Arasaka hardware humming quietly. There is a man, who is bald, just sitting at a computer console. As Rico and Dirk actually approach, the guy goes, I've been expecting you guys. I've been seeing everything going on the network since you guys did that Kuroshi bust over in the combat zone. How'd you know it was me? Oh, Rico, this had you written all over it. Plus, everyone hears everything when you're on the net. So, what brings you guys to my neck of the woods? This chip right here seems to be what everyone's looking for. There's supposedly a rogue AI on there with some secrets about Kuroshi. Arasaka's on it as well. Let me see that. He begins hooking it up and putting it on, and as he begins accessing it, everyone notices that there are files that pop up, but on the screen, however, there doesn't seem to be any communication. Are you talking with the AI? AI. There's nothing on here. There's a few files regarding a model for potential fake AI fragment, but basically it looks like everything on here is a fake. Why? What's going on? No, this thing actually talked to us and responded to us. Yeah, it's meant to respond to a few answers, kind of like similar to punching a question in or something on a computer and getting back an answer. Maybe a research through the net. It looks like it had net access, but once you disconnected it, definitely is no AI. As a matter of fact, there's nothing on here but a few data files and a program that runs. What's it doing? Let me check. According to what I could see, it's broadcasting my signal. Oh no, it locked into my cyber deck. What? I thought you... how's that possible? It's meant to. It's just a trace program. It's all it is. You guys said you guys were recovering this for Kuroshi? Yeah, they said it housed some secrets. This house is nothing. It is a complete setup. We need to get out of here immediately. Cipher, Rico, and Dirk actually managed to make it out before actually people began coming down, and as they made it to the safe part, they noticed that it was the Night City Police Department that made it down, as well as a few Arasaka individuals. Meanwhile, they managed to make it to a safe place in the city, where they're hunking down in another abandoned building. Okay, Cypher, spill it. What's going on here? Okay, so from what I can see, it was an old trace program. Basically designed to actually broadcast any signal once you guys hook it into a cyber deck. You hooked it in mine, and basically, even once we ejected it, it still broadcasted the signal. There was no artificial intelligence, but there was a data file in a program that indicated a program that was supposed to respond to a few smart suggestions. Looks like it might have had access to some systems before, but I couldn't tell you. Look, we actually fought off 2 gun turrets. This thing had access to everything in the Kuroshi, in the old Kuroshi factory. They had access to everything, huh? Well, if it had access to everything, was there anyone else in there with you? Actually, there was the Scavenger leader, which we never saw her. As a matter of fact, once we got through the front door, it was just sitting there waiting for us. So you're telling me you guys broke into an old Kuroshi facility that was guarded, and they left this sitting alone with no one there? Well, if it helps, we killed 4 guys for it. Doesn't matter. There's only 4? Look, Spectre 03 was nothing more than maybe the 3rd generation or the 3rd version of a program that was supposed to just be nothing more than a trace. It was a sham. It was a setup. And from the looks of it, could be a setup from Arasaka. The only question is why? What do we all, what do you guys have both against Arasaka? Well, I never really wanted to share this, but I used to be security for Arasaka until they fired me. They let me go because it was my first job on a medium-sized profile corporal who actually got picked off by some gangs. Since I was the only one to survive, they let me go. So. But I'm not the original one. As Dirk actually looks out and looks back, he says, but I wasn't the original one who found the job. Rico, you found me. Well, yeah. I used to be a fixer for, I did some work for Arasaka a while back. Didn't go so good. Hence the reason why I'm trying to pick myself back up. Wait a minute. Both of you guys worked for Arasaka. Don't you guys find that kind of weird that Arasaka is now after you? Dirk and Rico actually look at each other and goes, yeah, that is kind of funny. And how did they know it'd be us? Well, if you plant some information out there, and with maybe a little bit of calculation, it could have been, you guys could have both been made, or at least Rico could have been made. Maybe one of you guys are just here on, on a whim of pure accident. Rico and Dirk thought for a moment and then realized that this was a complete setup at this point. Yeah, Cipher, you kind of got me convinced on that. So now what? Now that Arasaka is trying to come after us, the city's not safe for us to stay in no more. That is correct, except there might be another way you guys can get around this. How? If the program was a fake, this whole thing's made, what else could there be? I don't know, but whatever's going on, you guys have both been set up, and the best thing to do is to figure out how to get around it. Or go after the person who set you up. I do know someone who actually might have some information on that, but we won't be able to get to him tonight. It's already super late and the sun's about to be up. Best thing is to get back at it tomorrow night. Agreed. Meanwhile, I guess we're just going to stay and sleep in these unsafe locations. Well, I have nothing else to do, so I guess I will tag along. May need to I actually do know a couple locations, for a safe house. If you guys want to go to it. It's actually in the moderate zone, a lot safer than here. Rico and Dirk thought about it. It's like, all right, yeah, I guess we can trust you. Our question is how do we know that you weren't made either? You don't. And since Arasaka's after us all, they're going to be waiting to get that stolen gear back. And they got my prize cyber deck too. May have to find some way to get that back, and maybe we can help each other out. Dirk and Rico thought for a minute and goes, yeah, that'd be great. I think we actually definitely, found a nice alliance here. I agree. Come on, guys, let's get going. They managed to make it to a safe house, as the city is on high alert for them. Once they make it into the safe house, Cipher managed to get Rico and Dirk in, showed them to a nice couch they can sleep on for the night, as well as keeping everything closed off from the windows. For right now, we are going to stop that right there, and we will be picking this up more later. For those who tuned in for this small 30-minute segment, thank you so much, and I do appreciate you. Please leave a like and subscribe, and have a great and wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in.